Mr. DEF and Associates have been appointed as the statutory auditor of the JK Limited, JKL Limited, a PSU engaged in the generation of electricity from solar power. The Committee on Public Undertaking, with a view to examining the PSU's physical and financing performer, is examining the report and accountant of the public undertaking and also audit findings of the COG. See, we are so fast. We will complete 6 question papers today by night 10 p.m. at any cost. So we are going to handle rapid up. We are going to complete very fast and we are going to complete very spontaneously. We are going to complete very speed and accuracy. Dear friends, we are going to complain at any cost today regarding to auditing, 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 auditing. Mr. DAF and Associates have been appointed as the statutory auditor of JKL Limited, a PSA engaged in the generation of electricity from solar power. The Committee on Public Undertaking, with a view to examining the PSU's physical and financial performance, is examining the report and accountants of the public undertaking and also audit finding of the C&AG and C&AG following are Mr. DAF and Associates have been appointed as the statutory auditor of JKL Limited, a PSU engaged in the generation of electricity from a solar power. The Committee in Public Undertaking, with a view to examining PSU's physical and financial performer, is examining the reports and accounts of the public undertaking and also audit findings of the C&AG. Following are some of the functions of a specialized committee to examine the statement of accounts and autonomous and semi-autonomous bodies, the audit of which is conducted by the Comptroller and Audit General either under the directions of the President or by the statute of the Parliament. To examine the estimates, to report what economies improvements in organization efficiency or administrative reform consistent with the policy underlying the estimate may be affected. To examine the autonomous see okay first to examine the statement of accounts autonomous and semi-autonomous bodies, the audit of which is conducted by the Controller and Audit General, either under the directions of the President or by the statute of the Parliament. To examine the statements to report economic improvement in organization, efficiency, or administrative reform, consistent with the policy underlying the estimates may be affected. To examine the autonomy and efficient of the public undertakings and to see whether they are being managed in accordance with the sound business principles and prudent commercial practices, to examine the public enterprise through comprehensive appraisal or evaluation of performance of the undertaking. It involves through examination, including evaluation of the policies, programs, and financial working of the undertaking. From the above functions, which the functions of the Committee on Public Undertaking COPUS. Question number one. Question number one. Answer is D. D means 3 and 4 is the right answers. See, understand the question. What is the question? The question is Mr. DAF Associates have been appointed as the statutory auditor of the JKL Limited as a PSU engaged in the generation of electricity from the solar power. The committee of the public undertaking with a view examining the PSU's physical and financial performer is examining the reports and accounts of the public undertaking and also audit findings of the C&AG. Following are the some of the functions a specialized committees. Answer is 3 and 4. To examine the statutory, to examine the autonomy and efficiency of the public undertakings and to see whether they are being managed in accordance with sound business principles and prudent commercial practices, to examine public enterprises through comprehensive appraisal or evaluation of the performance of the undertaking. It involves a through examination including evaluation of the policies, programs, and financial working of the undertaking. From the above functions, which are functions committee in the public undertaking, that's the answer is 3 and 4. 3 what says? The 3 says to examine the autonomy and efficiency of the public undertaking and to see whether they are being managed in accordance with the sound business principles and prudent commercial practices. To examine the public enterprise through comprehensive appraisal, evaluation, performance of file undertaking, it involves through examination, including evaluation of the policies, programs, and financial working of the undertaking. Second question, a Kali Limited India, one of the largest FMCG company with a 50 years heritage in the country in terms of the compliances of the reporting under the business responsibility and sustainability, a report BRSR for the financial year 2023-24, CEO and MD of the company reports that at Kali Limited, our BRSR address to the principles of the SEBI framework and sustainability reporting, informing stakeholders of our sustainability and words, while giving principles wise performance of the following core elements associated with a respective principle and need to cover in the report. Entities, when in the business of providing essential goods, services, utilities, should enable universal access, including to those whose services have been discontinued for any reason in non-discriminatory and responsible manner. Entities should inform the customers on the safe and responsible way, usage, reuse, recycling, and disposal of their products, and a way to eliminate over the consumption. The entities should transparently and accurately disclose all kinds of adverse impacts the user planet, society, and the biodiversity from their products. The entities are responsible to educate and make aware their consumers and clients about their rights. From the above information, identify which core elements are related to a principle 9. For this, what is the answer? Answer is 2 of B. B says that 1, 2, and 3 is the answer. What is 1? The 1 speaks about entities, the business providing essential goods and services and utilities should enable universal access, including to those whose services have been discontinued for any reason in non-discriminatory and responsible manner. Two, it speaks about entities should inform the customers on the safe and responsible way, usage, reuse, recycling, and disposal of their products and way to eliminate the consumption. The entity should transparently and accurately disclose all kinds of adverse impacts to the user and planet, the society, and biodiversity from their products. Now, question number 3. For conducting the statutory audit for the financial year 24-25, CAP has been appointed by SEAL Limited, which is on the verge of the becoming the sick unit and has accumulated losses, but the said losses are or not equal to or exceeding the entire net worth as per the last audited accounts for the render 2023-24, the audited accounts for the year 2021-22, 2022-23 were showing liability for payment of undisputed audit fees payable to predecessor auditors but were settled completely during the last financial year 2023-24. In terms of Council General Guidelines 2008, Chapter 7, read with the relevant professional and cite guidelines for the following statement is the correct of the aforesaid scenario. What is that answer? Question number 3, answer is C. C speaks about CAP would not I guilty of the professional misconduct as he has accepted the appointment as a statutory auditor of SEA Limited, which is not a sick unit whose accumulated losses are not equal or to exceeding the entity's net worth as per the last audited accounts for the year 2003 23-24. And there are no unpaid disputed audit fee predecessor auditors. CAP would not be held guilty of the professional misconduct as he has accepted the appointment as an auditor of SEA Limited, which is not a sick unit whose accumulated losses are not equal or to exceeding his entire net worth as per the last audited accounts for the year 2023-24, and there is no unpaid undisputed audit fees. Predecessor auditors. Now, the integrated case scenario, let's read about that. A Tom Limited is into business, manufacturing and distributing of toys. For the past 25 years, since inception of the company having its own in-house a dedicated internal audit department, having term of the competent qualified chartered accountants headed by the chief internal auditor, who with the systematic and disciplined approach monitors various internal controls laid down at all levels of the functions of the areas which Dev and Co. Chartered Accountants have been newly appointed as the statutory auditor of the company for the financial year 24-25, which Dev and Co. want to use the work of the internal auditor functions in respect of the testing of the operating. Friends, Ms. Dev and Co. want to use the work of the agriculture functions and respect of testing of the operations of the effectiveness of the controls and respect of the substantive procedures involving a limited judgment. Due to time constraints, the substantive scope of the statutory audit, Ms. Dev and Co. want to take direct assistance of internal auditors in the terms of the physical verification, fixed assets, inventory verification, goodwill, impairment of assessments. Accordingly, Mr. Dev and Co. are in the process of determining in which areas to be, what extent internal auditors can be used and in which areas statutory auditors shall not use internal auditors to provide direct assistance to perform the procedures. Ms. Dev and during the course of the identifying and assessing the risk of the material misstatement through understanding the entity of its environment, and during the course of the performing the audit procedures finds that the company is a holding a significant bank accounts and having a branch operations in tax haven jurisdiction, for which there appears to be a no clear business jurisdiction justification. Also also there were significant related party transactions significant related party transactions significant related party transactions which do not appear to be in the normal course of business. The audit report of Tom Limited for the last financial year 23-24, audited by a predecessor auditor, contained a qualification regarding non-provisions of the doubtful debts. Financial year 24-25 also, the company does not want to make provisions for doubtful debt. The statutory auditor of Ms. Dev and Co. in their audit report on the current period financial statements want to report the same. Pursuant to the reporting requirement under CORO 2020 in respect of the company's regulatory in depositing undisputed areas of outstanding statutory dues to the appropriate authorities, Ms. Dev and Co. are considering to take view of the following issues observed during the audit of Tom Limited. The company, in view of the voluminous payroll data, consistently follow the method of making a lump sum deposits of estimated amount of ESI collections and adjust the excess or deficit against next following months deposit and the difference of the said amount always remain insignificant. Friend, now the based on the above facts, answer the following questions. Ms. Dev and Co. and their auditors report on the current period financial statement wants to report that Tom Limited does not want to make a provision for doubtful debt financial year 24-25. Identify the correct actions to be reported out of the following. What is that answer? Question number 3 is the answer is 3C. Question number 3 is answer C. But we are in question number 4. Question number 4 answer also C. What she says that as per SA 710 will have to modify their report for both current and previous year figure of the financial statement since auditor's report on the prior period as a prior period as previously issued included a qualified opinion as per SA 710 will have to modify their report for both current and previous year figures of a financial statement since auditor's report on the prior period as a previously included in the qualified opinion. Friend, as per SA 710 will have to modify their report for both current and previous year figures of financial statement since the auditor's report on the prior period as previously issued included a qualified opinion. That's why he has to modify previous year report and current report. Okay, next question. Miss Dev and Co. assigned the following procedures to internal auditors product provide direct assistance. See, my dear friend, Mr. People's Advocate Sreemannarayana.Mallela, the question is like this. Ms. Dev and Co. assigned the following procedures to internal auditors to provide direct assistance. For this, what is the answer? The answer is, let me check, that relates to higher assessed risk of the material misstatement where the judgment required in performing the relevant audit procedures or evaluating the audit evidence gathered is more than limited. Maybe that relates to work with an internal auditor have been involved and which will not be reported to management or those charged with the governance by the internal audit function when they relate to decisions the statutory auditor makes in accordance with the standards on auditing. What is the correct answer? The correct answer, I guess, 1 and 2. Let me see the answer. Question number 5B. B sees 2 only. What is telling 2? 2 speaking. That relates to work with which the internal auditors have been involved and which will not be reported to management or those charged with governance by the internal audit function. Understand, Understand the my dear friend, understand the point. Understand the point. The point is two only is the answer for the question. The question is Miss Dev and Co. assign the following procedures of internal auditors to provide direct assistance. So that relates to work with which the internal auditor have been involved and which will not be reported to management or those charged with governance by internal audit function. By internal audit function. Question number 5. Now let's see question number 6. The question number 6 speaks about issue identified by Dev and Co. with regular to holding a significant bank accounts and having been branch operations in tax haven jurisdiction and significant related party transactions is a fraud risk factor. What is the conditions created by that fraud risk factor and what fraud does it result in? Answer is question number 6 answer. Question number 6 answer. Question number 6 we are going to answer. First, we need to understand what question number 6 speaks. The question number 6 speaks about issue identified by Deva and Co. with regard to holding significant bank account and having branch operations in tax haven jurisdiction and significant related party transactions is audit is a fraud risk factor. What is the condition created by that audit, that by that fraud risk factor, and what fraud does it result in? Question number 6. For this, what is the answer? Question number 6 is C the answer. In question number 6, C, question is you first understand the question and then answer you will understand. Issue identified by Deva and Co. with regard to holding significant bank account and having a branch operations in tax haven jurisdictions and significant related party transactions is a fraud risk factor. What is the condition created by that fraud risk factor and what fraud does it result in? For this question, answer is C. The risk factor creates a perceived opportunity for the fraud and results in misstatement due to fraudulent financial reporting. The risk factor creates perceived opportunity for the fraud and result in a maintenance main misstatement due to fraudulent financial reporting. The risk factor creates a perceived opportunity for the fraud and results in misstatement due to fraudulent financial reporting. Due to fraudulent financial reporting. So they also asked the issue is identified by Deva and Co. with respect to holding significant bank accounts and having a branch operations in tax haven jurisdictions and significant related party transactions is a fraud risk factor. What is the conditions created by that fraud risk factor, and what fraud does it result in? For this, the answer is the risk factor creates perceived opportunity for the fraud and results in misstatement due to fraudulent financial reporting. Question number 7. Out of the following, which view of Ms. Dev and Co. is the current one for complying the reporting requirement under CARO 2020 as regards lump sum deposit of estimated ESI collections and its adjustment against next month deposit, leaving the insignificant difference of ESI amount. Out of the following, which view to Deva and Co, the correct one of the complying the ship. Out of the following, which view to Ms. Dev and Co is the correct one for complying the reporting requirement under CARO 2020. As regards lump sum deposit of estimated ESI collections and its adjustment against next month deposits and leaving the insignificant differences of ESI amount. For that, answer is seventh A answer. What speaks A? A speaks the company consistently follow the method of payment in respect of ESI collections and the difference question number 7. For this question, answer is this. A. What A speaks? A company consistently follow the method of payment in respect of ESI collections and the difference between the total dues and lump sum dues. See, basically, the company consistently follows the method of payment in respect of ESI collections, and the difference between the total due and lump sum deposit is not significant. As per materiality concept, it needs not consider that dues have not been regularly Ah, 35 minutes को break. అబ్బా జీవితం. For every 35 minutes को break లా ఉందా జీవితం దేవుడా. See, no breaks, nothing. Question number 7. 7 का answer A. How A arrived? That's the point now. How A arrived the answer? Answer A. A what speaks? Depositing of ESI collections and the arrears of ESI dues cannot be considered as statutory dues under CARO 2020 and hence not be reported and hence not be reported. The company consistently allow the method of payment in respect of ESI collections and the difference between the total dues and lump sum deposit is not significant as per materiality concept. It need not be considered that dues have not been regularly deposited and hence not to be reported. So this is the question number 7A. Now we are stepping into integrated case number 3. XYZ Associates LLP is a firm of chartered accountant consisting 12 partners, has been allotted Central Statutory Audit Maha Bank Limited, a scheduled commercial bank. During the course of audit, you as engagement partner have been have been asked by the general manager to calculate CRAR for this purpose. You have referred to the master circular on prudential guidelines of the capital adequacy and market discipline, new capital adequacy framework NFAC, which provides the guidance to be followed by the banks for capital adequacy. You are informed that the basic approach of capital adequacy framework is that a bank should have sufficient capital to provide as table resource to absorb any losses arising from the risk and its business. You have observed that capital is divided into tiers according to the characteristic qualities of each qualifying instrument. For supervisory purpose, capital is split into two categories, Tier 1 and Tier 2, representing different instrument quality as capital. You have calculate eligible total capital fund comprising. You have calculated eligible total capital fund comprising. Tier 1 capital share capital 200 crores and disclosure reserves 20 crores. Tier 2 capital other reserves 30 crores and subordinated debt 20 crore. The risk weighted cost consult constitute 25 crore. While off balance sheet items are 5 crore. As part of the scope, the audit firm has been asked to find out the correct position, demand, and time liabilities of Mahabank. DTL balances as on 30th September 2024 was 50,000 crore, which included the following: paid up capital 27,000, reserves 1650, credit balance in profit and loss account 1,210, loan taken from RBI 575, refinance taken from Exim Bank and NHB 480, part amount of recoveries from the borrower in respect of debt considered bad and doubtful recovery 125, net credit balance in branch adjustment. So the answer, question number, okay, ah, 5 minutes, few minutes break. See, we are answering advanced auditing and professional ethics. We are talking about NTP 6. We are talking about multiple chapters and subparts. We are going to solve practical questions. That's what we are going to. Dear friends, uh, question is like this. Keeping in view of the information in para number 3, identify under which layer APP Limited will be categorized. Will be categorized. Will be categorized. See, keeping in view of the information in para number 3, identify under which layer APP Limited will be categorized. Let's go to para number 3. In para number 3, during the financial year 24-25, XYZ Associates Private Limited is appointed as a statutory auditor of APP Limited. And NBFC, which was set up under the Companies Act 2013 and got itself registered as a non-banking financial company, NBFC, with the Reserve Bank of India, fulfilling the required criteria during the financial year ending 31st March 2025. The company commenced operations on a massive scale. You are informed that RBI has revised different facts existing. See, observe clearly, my dear friend. Understand the point, my dear friend. My dear friend, my dear friend, during the financial year 24-25, XYZ Associates LLP is appointed as a statutory auditor of the APP Limited, an NBFC, which was set up under the Companies Act 2013 and got itself registered as a non-banking financial company. During the financial year ending 31st March 2025, the company commenced operations on a massive scale. You are informed that RBI has revised different facets of existing NBFC classification and regulation, like capital requirements, government standards, prudential regulations, etc., based on four layers that are defined based on their size, activity, and perceived riskiness. During the financial year 23-24, APP Limited has accepted deposit of 900 crore, while it asset size 990 crore. It has also undertaken following activities: standalone primary dealers, infrastructure debt fund, housing finance, infrastructure finance. The auditors are about to begin audit of APP Limited, for which your audit team has been asked to prepare audit checklist. For this, question number 8, they asked, keeping in view of the para number 3, identifying which layer APP Limited will be categorized: top layer, middle layer, base layer. Which layer? Let's see the answer. The answer, question number 8, is C. C speaks about it is a middle layer. C speaks about is a middle layer. So actually, what is a middle layer? What is a top layer? You need to understand. See, See, my dear friend, my dear YouTube watch viewer, I bring to kind your notice this information. See, basically, what is top layer, what is upper layer, what is middle layer, what is base layer. The moment we understand this, we can answer better way. So that I'm going to explain you what is top layer, bottom layer, middle layer. But answer is question number 8. Answer is C only. But we need to justify why it's a middle layer. What are the layers over there? See, here APPV Limited will be categorized as a middle layer, is the option of C middle layer. Under RBI scale based regulation, the middle layer includes all deposit taking NBFCs, irrespective of the asset size, and NBFCs undertaking specified activities such as standalone primary dealers, SPD, IDF, NBFC, HFC, and IFC. The facts given: APP Limited is an NBFC that has accepted public deposit 900 crore and also undertakes SPD, IDF, housing finance, infrastructure finance activities, all of which place it, all of which place it squarely in the middle layer by definition. So the correct option is a middle layer answer. Dear friend, next question. అబ్బబ్బబ్బబ్బబ్బ. 10 నిమిషాలకే నిద్ర వస్తుంది దేవుడా. ఓ 5 minutes బ్రేక్. ఓ 5 minutes బ్రేక్. బ్రేక్ 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 బ్రేక్. Based on facts given, para number 1. Based on facts given in para 1, you are required to arrive at the correct percentage of capital risk adequacy ratio for the Mahabank Limited. Question number 9, answer A. 10 percentage. Based on facts given in para 1, you are required to arrive at the correct percentage of capital risk adequacy ratio for the Mahabank Limited is 10 percentage. Based on facts given in para number 2, you are required to compute demand and time liabilities GTL, deferred tax liability, demand and time liabilities balance as on 31st March 2024. Oh, over. Based on facts given in para number 2, you are required to compute demand and time liabilities DTL balance as on 30th September 2024. As part of the scope of the audit firm has asked to find out the corresponding positions of the demand and time liabilities Mahabank Limited. DDL balances as on 30th June September 2024 was 50,000 crores, which include the following: paid up capital, no, reserves and surplus, 50,000 నుంచి minus paid up capital 27,000 minus reserves and surplus, credit balance in profit and loss account minus 1210, loan taken from RBI 575, refinance taken from Exim Bank, part of the amount received from the borrower in respect of the debts considered and bad and doubtful debt recovery 125, minus net credit balances branch adjustments accounts 05, interest accrued but not accounted for in books 90, margin held and kept in the deposit saving account in the future trade liabilities minus 80, 19,165. Answer is 285. జీవితం నెక్స్ట్ See, items to be excluded from the DTL, RBI specifically states that the following are not to be included in the demand time liabilities. That's paid up capital, reserves, credit balance in profit and loss account, loan taken from RBI, refinance taken from Exim Bank and NHB. So, from the given DTL figures of 50,000 crores, exclude paid up capital, reserves, credit balance in P&L account, loan from RBI, refinance from Exim and NHB. Total exclusions 13,950. So okay, let it be. See, paid up capital, reserves, credit balance in P&L account, loan from RBI, refinance from Exim and NHB. So these are the amounts I need to reduce. Items to be included. Items to be included, recoveries from the borrower in respect of bad and doubtful debts, net credit balance branches adjustments, interest accrued but not accounted for in books, margin held, margin held and kept in sub. Fan will up now. ఏరా ఫోన్ ఎత్తట్లేదు, ఏంటా నువ్వు ఫోన్ చేస్తాను చేయలేదు? ఏం ఫోన్ చేస్తానని చేయలేదండి? నేనా? నేను కొంచెం లేట్ అయింది వచ్చి. ఆ, నేను చేయలేదా, నువ్వు చేయలేదా? ఆ, నువ్వు బిజీగా ఉన్నావా? నేను వెళ్ళకుండా ఉన్నా ఇంకా. సరే బిజీగా ఉన్నాడు ఎవరే? ఆ, షట్. ఆ, ఆ, ఆ. ఓకేరా 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 అట్ట కాదురా అట్ట కాదు బాబాయ్ చెయ్యరా ఫోన్ చేస్తే అరే నాకేం నీరసంగా ఉందిరా ఇవాళంతా నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు ఎందుకని వాతావరణం లోపమైందిరా నీరసంగా ఏంది ఎక్కువసేపు చదవలేకపోతున్నా సరే తిన్నాను రా బాబు ఫుడ్ గట్టిగా తింటున్నా అయినా కానీ నేను నీరసంగా యాక్టివ్గా రోజు ఉండే అంత ఎనర్జెటిక్గా కూర్చొని చదవలేకపోతున్నాను రా ఎంతసేపు నా యూట్యూబ్ చూద్దాము ఇంకా రెస్ట్ తీసుకుందాము ఇట్లా అనిపిస్తుంది ఎందుకని ఆ? ఓకే 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 బ్రో చెయ్యి చెయ్యి నేను ఆడిటింగ్ ఏదో మొదలు పెట్టి అది నమ్మ లాగిద్దాం చాలా ఊపుగా ఏం నీరసంగా ఉంటుంది బండి నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు ఏంద్ర దేవుడు అని బ్రో నమస్తే బ్రో they didn't file any appeal bro that is just normal DRC 07 only instead of if they want to if they go for appeal no they need to pay pre-deposit something that's why they want to touch high court. But high court will ask why you have not approached appeal authority. Yes, definitely they will ask, but if there is some grounds, that's why we are going to writ no. You find some see. Even if he approach the appellate authority, na, they will go into the issue of delay because the delay is more than 200 days. Okay. So we can point out that reason, na? Yeah. Okay, they'll point out. Okay, here just you find the writ grounds and then ask, bro. See, when we want to file appeal, if they want any regarding to subject matter of subject matter of tax lana, they'll go for appeal. Here some grounds are the basic itself, like error or maybe some writ grounds. Writ grounds means that is a special grounds that can high court only can purify that ground like that. That's why they approached the high court, bro. If they go for appeal also they don't get favorable. They don't get favorable means what I want to say, when high court will entertain, bro, like there are some grounds which is contrary to the law and without jurisdiction or some basic principles violate, no, that's why touch the high court, bro. Yeah, that we can understand. Yeah, still here we don't have that much ground at all. Okay. There is enormous delay, you know. Yeah. That ask him, bro, why that is enormous delay. He did like that. Ask him any medical grounds. Seems to be, knowing nothing. No, that Lokanath, what he is telling, bro. Yes, I got this. I just forwarded to you. That's what he says. Lokanath, na. Just wait 1 minute, bro. Otherwise, I'll open. I'll tell you like what are the strong grounds for you available. Just 1 minute, bro. Yeah, I just WhatsApp what I have understood from this fact. Yeah. I'll copy paste this thing so for your easy understanding. Yeah, no, bro. Just I will see the order, bro. If the moment see the order, I can understand, bro. 1 minute. No, you correct me if I am wrong. No, that's why I am saying. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Yeah, I have understood this much. Correct me if I am wrong. Okay. I have texted you. Oh, yeah. If you don't mind, can you send me that order, bro? Because if you don't mind, order. Order, no? Yeah, I'll send. Oh, that guy is not telling anything. Ah, that guy is not told anything. The Mr. Lokanath is a CSCMA. He is not help you to like what grounds is best grounds to go high court. Hello, hello, bro. If you don't mind, can you forward with that order, bro? Ah, okay, bro. Okay, bro. You give me just 10 to 20 minutes, bro. I'll come back on this, bro. If you don't mind, can you please forward me that order, bro? Order. Ah, okay, bro. You just give me half an hour. I'll go through that. I will explain you, bro. Ah, ah. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Wow. Next 11th question. Keeping in view of the information in para number 4, in the case of performance audit PSUs, which one of the following is not audit design matrix? Question number 11. Keeping in view of the information para number 4, in case of performance audit PSU, which one of the following is not part of audit design matrix? Keeping in view of the information in para number 3, identify under which layer APP Limited will be categorized. Question number 11th. Keeping in view of the information in para number 4, keeping in view of the information in para number 4, in the case of performance audit PSU, which one of the following is not part of audit design matrix? Audit design matrix. Question number 11, A answer. Audit program is not a design matrix. Evidence to data or evidence audit collections and data collections analysis method, these are the important. Now, Mr. HVM and Co. is a firm of chartered accountant based in Chennai. CAM and CAV and CAH are the partners of the firm. The firm is engaged in various assignments, including audits, and its engagement partner who are handling their respective assignments for the financial year 23-24 dealt with the following issues raised during and other the course of their respective audits. Mr. HVM and Co. are appointed as a statutory auditor AST Limited for the financial year 2023-24. CAV engagement partner while conducting the audit of AST Limited was encountered with significant difficulties. He observed that there are not only inordinate delay by the management but lack of willingness by the authorized personnel of the company in providing the required information necessary to perform audit procedures in making the assessment of AST Limited liability to continue as a going concern in view of the material uncertainty related to it. CAV wants to communicate this and other circumstances as additional information in his report with those charged with governance. Financial statements of EED Limited for the year ended on 31st March 2004 were signed by CAH, the engagement partner on 15th May 2024. The AGM was decided to be held during the month of August 2024. On 17th May 2024, the company had received a communication from the central government that an amount of 8,500 crores on account of incentives in respect of financial year 2001 2021-22, which was kept in abeyance, would be released to the company by 15th June 2024. Accordingly, the board of directors of a company agreed to amend the amounts and gave approval to include this amount in the financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2024 and requested CAH to consider this matter. During the course of audit, SIM Limited, there are there arose doubts as to the reliability of representation regarding the existence and the value of certain machineries certain missionaries, and the management gave a certificate to prove the existence and value of missionary was appearing in the books of account. The certificate from the registered valuer shows a value which is inconsistent with the written representation of management. HD Institute of Professional Studies is a reputed educational institution providing various courses in the field of commerce and arts. The management of the institution is included towards imparting quality education to the students. Therefore, most of the faculties engaged by them are a qualified professionals. CAM office HVM and Co. HVM and Co is alumnus of the institution, and he has joined as a visiting faculty for teaching financial management and accounting subject. The management of the HT Institute of a Professional Studies is a highly satisfied with his teaching skills and level of knowledge and he possesses due to his capabilities. The management offers CAM to take up the assignment of statutory audit of their institute for the financial year 2023-24. Based on the above facts, answer the following questions. Since there arose a doubt the management representation and considering the responsibilities of Mr. HVM and Co. to obtain the written representation from the management as per the relevant standard on auditing. Select the incorrect option from the following. Although written representation, see, since since there arose a doubt on the management representation and considering the responsibilities of Miss HVM and Co. to obtain a written representation from the management as per the relevant standard on auditing, select the incorrect option from the following. Although written representation provide necessary audit evidence, they do not provide sufficient appropriate audit evidence on their own about any of the matters which they deal. The fact that the fact that management has provided reliable written representation affect the nature of extent of other audit evidences that the auditor obtained about the fulfillment of the management responsibilities or about the specific assertions. In the case of identified inconsistency between one or more written representations and audit evidences obtained from another source, the auditor may consider whether the risk assessment remains appropriate and if not revise the risk assessment and determine the nature, timing and extent of further audit procedures to respond to the assessed risk. The auditor may have identified significant issues relating to the completeness, integrity, ethical values, or diligence, management, or about the commitment to or enforcement these, but concluded that written representations are nevertheless reliable. In such case, the significant matter is documented in accordance with SA 230. Out of this, one is incorrect. What is that? అన్నా ఇది మీకు వచ్చిందనా ఏముంది అన్నా ఇది పర్ఫెక్ట్ చేసాం కదా ఏముందన్న అక్కడ మనం ఏం క్లెయిమ్ చేసాం మిస్లీడింగ్ ఏం 14-1 లో చిన్న అమౌంట్ ఏదో పెట్టాం అంతేగా అన్నా ఇది పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఉందా నువ్వు ఏం మధ్య అవుతాను చాలా మంది చూస్తున్నాను అయితే అన్నా నీ ఇష్టం చూడమనే చూస్తాను నాదే ఉంది కానీ అన్నా ఇప్పుడు రివైజ్ రిపోర్ట్ ముందు అన్నా ఇది పర్ఫెక్ట్ వస్తుంది ఏం మధ్య అవుతుంది నువ్వు ఆ రోజు చెప్పావు నేను అన్ని అన్నా నీ దాంట్లో కంప్లైంట్ చేస్తాను నువ్వు చెప్పినట్టే చేస్తాను ఒకవేళ నువ్వు రిటర్న్ ఒకసారి నా ఫార్వర్డ్ చేయి, ఒకసారి చెప్పు, ఒకసారి ఒకసారి నాకు చూద్దాం ఏముందో ఏమైంది ఇదే. ఒకసారి ఫార్వర్డ్. ఏనా పెట్టావా? ఏనా కన్ఫ్యూజ్గా ఉంది, చాలా చాలా ఉన్నాయండి దాంట్లో, కన్ఫ్యూజ్గా ఉందా? చాలా మంది చూస్తున్నారు. సురేష్ బాబు రైట్, ఇదే ఇది. అన్నా మనం హెచ్ఆర్ఏ 3,90,000 తీసుకున్నాం అన్న. లీవ్ ట్రావెల్ అసిస్టెన్సీ 1 lakh తీసుకున్నాం అన్న. తర్వాత ట్యాక్స్ పెయిడ్ బై ఎంప్లాయర్ అండ్ మానిటరీ పర్క్విజిట్స్ అంటే నీకు ఇచ్చిన ఎంటైర్ శాలరీలో ఎక్కడ కొన్ని బెనిఫిట్స్ వచ్చి ఉంటాడు కన్నవాడు, ఆ బెనిఫిట్స్ మీద ఎంప్లాయర్ ఎంతో కొంత పే చేసి ఉంటాడన్న ఉద్దేశంతో 1,00,000 రూపాయలు తీసుకున్నాం మనం. అది కాకుండా 1014(1)లో ఒక 50,000 తీసుకున్నాం అన్న. 1014(1)లో మనం తీసుకుంది ఎంత? 50,000. ఎక్కువ తీసుకోవాలా, భయపడి ఎందుకులని. సో మనం సిగ్నిఫికెంట్గా వాడు అడిగితే మనం ప్రూవ్ చేయాల్సింది ఏంది? 1 రెంటల్ అగ్రిమెంటు, 2 లీవ్ ట్రావెల్ అసిస్టెన్సీ. ఎల్టీఏ కూడా ఉంది కదా నీ పే స్లిప్లో? ఏనా అన్నా నువ్వేం వర్రీ అక్కడేం లేవులే ఆడ అన్న. 1014(1)లో 2,00,000, 3,00,000, 4,00,000 లాగుంటే భయపడేవాళ్ళమే. ఆడంతా మనం 50,000 పెట్టాం, పెద్ద విషయం కదా. కానీ మీది నేను చూసి ఆలోచించే మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ అన్న మళ్ళీ మన కాడికి రావాలి, భయం ఉండకూడదని నేను 50,000 తీసుకున్నా దాంట్లో. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఎక్స్ట్రాగా క్లెయిమ్ చేసింది ఏందనుకున్నా అన్న, ఈ ట్యాక్స్ పెయిడ్ బై ఎంప్లాయర్ అండ్ నాన్ మానిటరీ పర్క్విజిట్ అనేది 1,00,000 రూపాయలు పెట్టి అదొకటి, ఈ 50,000 ఒకటి, మొత్తం 1,50,000 మనం ఎక్స్ట్రా పెట్టినట్టు. ఇంకా లీవ్ ట్రావెల్ అసిస్టెన్సీ కూడా గురించి కూడా మాట్లాడాలి. ఎల్టీఏ కూడా నీ దగ్గర పే స్లిప్లో ఉందన్నావు, కావాలంటే ఏదో క్రియేట్ చేస్తాము, ఇచ్చేస్తాం, సబ్మిట్ చేస్తాం, సరిపోయింది. లేదంటే చదువుతాం, దాంట్లో ఉంది కదండి మేము స్పెండ్ చేసాము అందువల్ల తీసుకున్నాం అని. అది ఏం లేదు, 2 బ్లాక్ ఆఫ్ ఎస్ఎస్సిఎస్, 2 బ్లాక్లో ఎప్పుడైనా క్లెయిమ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఈ మధ్య ఏదైనా పెట్టినాక నా బిల్ అని పెట్టేయచ్చు, ఏం కాదు, అది క్లెయిమ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు అన్న, ఇప్పుడు వాడు నీకు టెలిఫోను అన్న, నీకు పర్క్విజిట్స్ ఏమి ఉండవు? టెలిఫోను, ల్యాప్టాప్, కరెంట్ టెలిఫోన్ బిల్ కట్టడం వాడే, తర్వాత ఎమ్యూనిటీస్ ఏం లేవు అన్న? కరెంట్ బిల్ కదన్నా. ఇప్పుడు ఫోన్ బిల్ వాడు కడతావు, నువ్వు కడతావన్నా? వాడు డబ్బులు ఇవ్వడా మీకు? అదొకటి, అది కలిసి ఉంది కదన్నా, అది సరిపోయింది ఒకటి. తర్వాత అన్న వాడు మీకు ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఏమి ఇవ్వడా? అంటే ఎలా చెప్పాలి, మీకు ఇంటర్నెట్ కోసం ఎక్స్ట్రాగా డబ్బులు ఇవ్వటం, లేదన్నా కార్లు పెట్టడం, అలాంటివి ఏం లేవన్నా? కారు ఉంటే ఫ్యూల్కి ఇస్తాడు. ఇప్పుడు మానిటరీ పర్క్విజిట్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు నేను నీ దగ్గర ఉద్యోగం చేస్తున్నాను, నువ్వు శాలరీతో పాటు నాకు అడిషనల్ బెనిఫిట్ ఏంది? ఫుడ్ కానీ, తర్వాత మంచి మంచి అమ్యానిటీస్ కానీ, ఏదైనా కార్ ఫెసిలిటీ కానీ, లేదంటే ల్యాప్టాప్, ఇంకేదన్నా పర్క్విజిట్స్ అంటే నా ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటన్నా నీకు ఇచ్చే శాలరీ కాకుండా అదర్ బెనిఫిట్స్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి కదన్నా, ఉన్నాయా?
అదే అదర్ బెనిఫిట్స్ లో వాడు ఎక్స్ట్రా ఇవన్నీ కట్ చేసేసి మనం ఇచ్చేది ఇంటర్నెట్ ఎలవెన్స్ ఒకటి ఇస్తున్నారు, లీవ్ ట్రావెలింగ్ ఎలవెన్స్ అని ఇస్తారు, కానీ అది మనం అయితే మనం ప్రాపర్ డాక్యుమెంట్ సబ్మిట్ చేస్తే ఇస్తారు.
సో అదో అన్న, ఇప్పుడు మనం ఓన్లీ ఆ 1,00,000 రూపాయలు పెట్టామన్నా పర్క్విజిట్స్ అదొకటి 50,000 ఒకటి. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు రిమూవ్ చేయమంటే 2 రిమూవ్ చేయాలా, లేదంటే ఇంక వదిలే అట్ట ఉంచు, ఏమైద్ది ఏదైనా వస్తే ఎంత చూసుకుందాం ఏమైద్ది. వాడు ఒకవేళ వాడు చేసినా చేసింది అవి 2 రిమూవ్ చేయమంటావు ఇక, అవి 2 రిమూవ్ చేస్తే 1,60,000 1,50,000 ఇంటూ ఎంత అన్న, 1,50,000 ఇంటూ 30%, ఒక 50,000 తగ్గుద్ది అన్న రిఫండ్ అంతే.
సరే ఇప్పుడు ఎలా చేద్దాం అంటావు, ఇబ్బంది లేకుండా చేయాలా, నువ్వు ఎలా చేయాలంటే అలా చేద్దాం.
నేను అనేదా అదే నువ్వు చెప్పన్నా, ఇప్పుడు ఒక 50,000 రిఫండ్ తగ్గిద్ది అవి 2 తీసేయడం వల్ల, ఓకే పర్లేదంటే అంతనే ఉంచుతాం. లేదు తమ్ముడు ఎందుకు 50,000 పోతే తీసేయంటే తీసేస్తా. ఎందుకు ఇబ్బంది అయిందంటే అంటే మనకి ఎలా తెలిసిద్ది అన్న, వాడు చివరి దాకా అది కాదు అర్థం కాదు. తీసేయమంటావా? సరే అన్న, సరే అన్న, తీసేసేయమంటావా, చేస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు మిగతా అన్నీ ఓకేగా, రెంటల్ హెచ్ఆర్ ఇవన్నీ ఓకేనా? సరే ఓకే అన్న, నేను చేస్తానులే కానీ ఓకే అన్న. ఓకేలన్నా, నువ్వు అనేది ఏంటంటే 1,50,000 తీసేయమంటావు, ఆ వారం ఒక 50,000 తగ్గిద్ది, ఓకేగా? 30% అంటే 45,000 పోద్ది. చేస్తానన్నా, ఏముందా నీది కూడా ITR 1గా నీది అని చెప్పబట్టి చేసేస్తాను. అయితే లైన్లో ఉంటావు, ఇప్పుడే చేస్తాను. బిజీయా లైన్లో ఉంటావు అన్నా? అంటే సైలెంట్గా ఉన్నా నీ డబ్బులు నీకు వస్తాయి అన్న, 50,000 ఎక్స్ట్రా లేదు నాకు. మళ్ళీ తర్వాత ఇబ్బంది అంటే ఇప్పుడేం ఉండదు, ఇప్పుడన్నా నోటీస్ వస్తే రావచ్చు, లేకపోలేదు 3 సంవత్సరాలకి ఎప్పుడైనా నోటీస్ ఇచ్చి దాని గురించి అడగొచ్చు, అడగకపోవచ్చు. కానీ మనం అక్కడే అయ్యే తీసుకుంది అదేలే. సరే ఏముంది అన్నా, అన్నా తీసేయమంటావు అన్నా? సరే అయితే లైన్లో ఉండన్నా, నీ ముందు చేసేస్తా, 2 నిమిషాలు లైన్లో ఉండు, ఒక్కటి ఫిల్ చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చేద్దాం, ఒక అర్ధ గంటలు అయిపోయింది, లైన్లో ఉండన్నా.